to be second stream of the day today. It's going to be PES 2021. So we are resuming where we left off with Lenga Blitz and Lothar Matthäus' the Master League as Lothar Matthäus with the manager of Lenga Blitz. And so we've won our first 3 league games, and we're going into our, I think we're going into our 4th league game today. Yeah, we are. Put a reminder of the team. Have a look at what we've got. Odd one. Playing Harrington out wide. Don't really want that. I'd rather have João Pedro, and Harrington can come off the bench. Just thought I'd just jig it up a little. Not a bad idea. McDowell's been good though. I want to play Hayashida. He's a bit. He's a bit out of. So I think I'm gonna keep with back 4. Going down Hayashida. Cypher on the bench. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So going to the next match now. And we've got Santralja. Don't think these are all fake players again. As usual with a lot of teams. There'll be fake players on there, and I think we're good to go. Yeah, that's good. Couple of changes. So we've got Vasilj and Canning coming in. Ericsson and Ericsson coming in. Canning coming in. Jaws is playing at right back today. Then McDowell, Hayashida from bench. And Cypher unfortunately misses out altogether. So we're good and we are off. This 4th match. Yeah, 4th match of the Master League of the PES Europe League and the first season.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid, and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town. And the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too. And all of it adds up. Terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle.
Oh, it's a great ball.
This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. They've got underway here pretty promptly. But we know a team is always likely to react positively to a new boss, and results so far have indeed been really good. So, is this a temporary thing, or can it really last?
Oh,
that is asking for trouble.
Well, when the options aren't quite present in the box, it's the crosser's interest to hold on for the support.
Forward it goes. Well, that's where he wants it.
Canning now.
Canning.
Up with number 7. Maybe like the defenders having number 7 this time. And with number 7.
Get a throw in. Oh, that is lovely footwork. What a throw in. Tries to get it forward quickly. Hoists it forward. And it's played forward. Vrani. Castledine. He's left his man. Castledine! Oh, he did the hard part right, but not the finish.
That was created because of good lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
That's why I had so much space. It beat one of the defenders until one of them centre and one of them marking up. Yeah, they've got three at the back. It does help a bit because I do.
Tries to get it forward quickly.
Forward. A bit outnumbering going on.
Forward it goes.
And considering he's a centre half as well.
Gets away from his opponents. Chooses to go back. He's gone for it. Great effort. Beautifully taken.
Yeah, the shot was enabled, Peter, due to such smart control and technique.
And the counter is on. Gets the better of his man. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Hoist.
I don't know about because
forward it goes. Keep up and try something new.
Once we get past
Canning tries to get it forward quickly.
Good.
Hoists it forward. Castledine cuts it out. Vrani played out to the right.
Yeah,
he gets past his man.
2 against 3, yeah. Sure,
Keeper's ball. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. In comes the delivery. Shoots!
Oh, I thought he's...
And it's played forward.
A cheeky little look there, seeing Castledine.
And it's been taken straight back.
Just flick back.
Just little by way of goalmouth action yet. It's a promising ball. Quick glance, it goes for goal! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
And that is not the first time, Peter, the keeper has been left exposed by this defence. It needs a quick fix.
Really, if he'd a bit unselfish there. Yeah. He's chasing the own ball there. It's a midweek as well. Official game weekend.
Driving on now, what can they conjure from here? Going through.
Oh, he's...
Goalkeeper's ball.
Good on him for doing himself.
First 45 minutes.
Not many chances.
So the other team has broken through.
Not been
Interesting game up to now.
I've had a couple, but
big waypoint of the game.
Been great.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break. 0-0.
Final ball, whether it be
Already up and running for the second half. So deadlock still as the second half begins. Ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw.
He could have had 2 on his own.
Gets into a dangerous position.
Absolutely nothing at all.
He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
That was just poor decision making and poor execution.
Clever play.
Vrani. That's a terrific surge down the right. Played into the middle. That's a brilliant interception. It's gone out for a throw-in. Drives it in.
Oh, easy.
And that has been cleared.
It's just a jump.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
A bit of a different formation. Still going for
Has gone out. He's got away. Knocks one in. Good take by the keeper. He's read that well. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Has a goal!
Oh, what a save.
The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter,
How's
is
he
he?
giving that a free kick?
Just the talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
So for that, yeah. And when he's had the shot, so the advantage is gone.
He's had a crack. He's got himself a pinch of a goal.
I think he's saved it. That's good. That is done. Sorted.
And he's produced a beauty.
Not at all. Difficult to keep. Not going into that. Should have taken points in fourth down. Really should have taken points in first down. Right,
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
The perfect display, and the old saying comes to mind: when the going gets tough, etc.
Castledine.
That's a bit more forward thinking.
Your impression so far, Jim?
That'll do.
Well, they may be down, but they're far from out. In terms of chances, they're right up there with these opponents. But this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
Chance!
Oh, yes,
it's in!
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
Good bit of play there.
A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
Just beat the defender and not to play home. Right, open. Yes. That's our second.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Vrani with a long pass. Helps available out wide. Diving header! Brave effort, total commitment.
No complaints about his effort and commitment. He just needs to start heading in the right direction.
I'm seeing a great cross. I think anyone else other than him needs to score.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. The referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now.
Arcos hasn't had much to do at all. Hasn't really done much at all. He's not really been in the game. Not really noticed him. So 3 on 3 Williams. I don't know what his first name is. Bruno, Bernard, Barry, Brian, Belinda. I have no idea what his first name is. Very nice name.
Just brushed off the ball there. Carlson on a charge down the left. And it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing.
Well, we don't need to guess that they expect plenty of ball into the box.
Yeah, it's quite a crowd scene in the middle now.
Well, it's a situation that requires resilience now and plenty of fighting spirit. It has to be matched. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Vasil with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Oh, injured one of the players, right?
He's had a shot! Forward it goes.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Ball's loose, who's getting there?
Yeah.
And they've been caught out here. Chance. It's one!
Yes!
Back of the net! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Getting Harrington's first goal for the club.
With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due. And it was a brilliant setup and finish.
And that's guided. Just have to find the thing. Very funky. Quite talented.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Oh, real danger here.
Can you actually win a game by more than 2 goals?
Real chance!
Oh.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Sanoun puts it into the middle.
Corner.
Delivery, no joy.
He simply mistimed the header, and it was as if he knew it wasn't going to work out.
Sanoun plays it out to Frank. And he's cut it out. Well, they can break here. And that's been won straight back.
That's a good ball. Wow.
It's just the question of running down the clock now. Goyos finds himself offside.
Oh, just. I thought I beat the offside there. I'm still going to only win by 1 goal.
good challenge. He just stood
That'll
firm.
do. That will do.
And that's that.
Probably
That's
not.
bounce back ability. Responding superbly to come from behind, shrugging off setbacks along the way, and determinedly getting there in the end. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
Oh, here's another one from Castle.
So thank you very much, Jim, for
this
joining
is
me.
one
That
where,
brings us
yeah,
to the end of our
flick the back
coverage.
to him and-
So from us
Oh,
both,
straight to the keeper.
a very good
Massive gap
evening.
to aim for. And put it straight to the keeper. This one, shout Pedro should have easily finished. Yeah, just wide. Oh, this is a goal. Shouldn't have been a free kick because they had the advantage. Can't fault with that. Brilliant free kick. Not much I could have done about that at all. And then I've gone at the other end a bit later on. Great little ball. Easy. Just had to find the net there. I think the next actual chance was... Oh no, this is just before I took all of them off Castledine. Just over. And here we go. Carson robbed him. So much space, so much time. Easy. Hunter running up, like that. Jeez, Ted Ledecker, Ted Lockheck, doing well this year and not dropping any points at all. Finseberg are rock bottom with 1 point. Who have we got next up? Nakwachev. So, let's see what we got from messages. Hi, love. Don't know who that is, so I might. Oh, that's good. He's a striker. Don't really need him. He'll hurry. I'll take him. Oh yeah, that's good. Puts a bit back into the coffers. We probably need another striker if I start playing two up top. That's good. Nice little addition to there to a transfer kitty. I'm gonna see if there's any youth team players actually doing well. Don't really know where I need to bolster. I've got Alakak and wide. I don't know. I mean, can he play centre midfield? Maybe have him as a midfielder. don't know. I might leave it for now because I've got everyone I really need. Yeah. So look at the game plan. Yeah. Alright. So what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna push these up a bit. Oh, Sane's not very good at that. Oh. Next game I'm gonna play Pedro, and I'm gonna play Carlson. Sanu will be on the bench as my winger on the bench. Shorts left back. Yeah, just thinking of push them up a bit. Look at their starting lineup. Push up the players a little. We can overwhelm their back three. Because they're playing. Yeah, I got 5 in midfield, so. Yeah, I might give Arsenal a rest for this game. Put in Goya. Yeah, I want to change it up a little, just because I'm aware of fatigue being a thing. Do you know what? So I can side foot play it. I want to play McDowell and give him a start again. No, I'm happy with that. And hit it off the bench. Yeah, I'm happy with that. The next game, always changes it up without you doing it, really. So, boom, I'm going for it.
So, perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful sunshine. These are indeed conditions for the beautiful game. The backdrop here, picturesque, idyllic. No doubt one of the best days of the footballing calendar, and it has added to a really jovial, happy mood in the stands, helping to raise the level of sound by more than a few decibels. Shirt sleeve order, very much the dress code. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. As you can see, we've already started here. Vrani. Goyos. And Goyos! A great save, real class.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Well positioned to make that interception. To the keeper and go again.
Oh, it's a brilliant
has crossed the line, and it's a throw. Goyos. Lobs it in gently. And a play for a goal kick. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Put it on the right now. What's on? Goyos. Goyos! Decent enough try.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
It's good by that drawing most. It's a bit wider. Like one in the middle.
Seifert gets it back. Goyos.
Just a little.
Just to locate someone up front. He's made sure that that won't get through. With a delicate ball. That intervention was very necessary. And help's available out wide.
Very nearly.
Played towards the front men. That has sent him sprawling. Right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
He's done.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Look at the amusement and dismay from the culprit, but the referee clearly thinks there was enough there for a penalty.
He was the last
man. It was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
And he's kept it out. It's anyone's ball. More than happy to take the muscular approach. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Timely intervention. Gets good distance on it. Here's another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Ball's loose, who's getting there?
Is
The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Knocked down by a lack of accuracy. Cost is onto it and can take it up. It'll be a throw-in. He's in! Clearance and very necessary.
He's gone past someone that left the ball with him.
It's come loose. Goyos. Oh, that's neat. Here's cross. Up to meet it! And he's got it! First blood drawn. A great delivery and a finish to match.
Look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, you struggle, but it was beautifully met, it really was.
Sometimes the only one was John for that. Perfectly weighted ball, that's it. Get him.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Should again proving himself to be he was by 16 more centre half.
Well, the score's only 1-0, but that doesn't tell the full story. Vrani gives chase. Carlson. Giotza. And that's been won straight back. Carlson, a chance! Goes for goal! And they're at it again in double quick time! Boyos, quick to move in. Keeper's handling wasn't great. But for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
Trying to do that first one, I could bring a couple more inches over, straight through the keeper's leg there. Good little ball, front ball, saved it, and if you don't miss from there, you do not miss there.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Looks to thread it through.
He have run it in all on his own, man.
And the defence can get it clear. Well read, he sorted that out. And get that clear.
We are really down 2 in a game.
Well, they had their opponents leading in that half, Peter, and the break came to change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time.
Bit of scare.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Midway through first, with the penalty.
Oh, good interception.
I thought, we've lost money, but we are...
That's played to a promising move.
I'm doing a yellow. Unlucky we saved it.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
I mean, getting a foul there, but the harsh one. He sort of clipped him as he took the ball. This is where
he's having a go against the crossbar. Decent hit from there.
Oh, and the keeper didn't have that coverage, you know. He can start breathing again now, I think.
Chiozza.
There we go. See ya.
And it's played forward. And they've been caught out here. It's a loose ball.
Playing a dangerous game. Playing around back 2 and we want to go for
out to the left it goes. And it's got through.
Yes.
Castledine receives it, and the shot! They've scored!
Couldn't get clear.
The second half off to a spectacular start.
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
Yeah, she didn't get clear, and then just let him turn. Too easy.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Forward it goes. He gets past his man. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Shoots! What a save! Terrific reactions!
That's a cracking strike, and it may have stung the palms of the keeper.
Chance to cross here.
All over them.
He's played him through. Goyos, and Goyos! Two up and threatening to pull clear.
I think he's Portuguese, so he's doing a bit of an aerial celebration there.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
That crosses that underwater player.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
He's
Lifting it over. Very well to intervene. Tries to switch the play. It's gone for a throw-in. Goyos is now the subject of some adhesive marking.
Yeah, and getting on the score sheet has clearly made him a marked man now.
He's got has a hit.
Adhesive marking didn't work very well there.
That settles it. Oh, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire. But how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
He's made it three. Quite a day at the office for him.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Goyos. And that's not going to reach. And now they can launch a counter. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. And out to safety.
Very lucky.
Goyos. Carlson. Cut out in the nick of time.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get...
And he's shown him a clean pair of heels. Good idea, just executed. The ball's come loose and the chase is on.
Jorza simply had to make that count, and he did it with some authority too. Wonderful.
That's it! Top draw save from the keeper.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Walk forward. What does he try from here? Goyos. Castle died. Shade too heavy. Pick that up. Across the field it goes. Throw in.
So many games. I'm going to put this Conqueror, I've got to put Arthur just behind them. Oh, I'm actually going to...
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to limber a bit, so it's no surprise.
And it's hoisted clear. Arcas has a goal! Lacking in accuracy. It's a promising run he's making on the right.
Done. That's it.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Demolition, destruction, annihilation. They simply ran away with it. So how do you reflect on what we've seen? Well, they approached this with a very definite game plan, and I think to a large extent they remain true to that. And we can give the manager a big pat on the back. So before we go, many thanks to Jim Beglin for his input, and from us both, good afternoon.
Return a shot just wide there. That was a foul. Red to a penalty. Should have. Oh man, that is a brilliant save by my keeper. Top quality. Damn. And here, yeah, Castle don't go first. Ball in, bang. Just free header by Castledine. Good ball in by Seifert, and Castledine was there to head it in. A bit close to Mike. And then this is second one, Goyosh. Little back heel, tried it. And second one, he's just turned and put it in there, easy. That's his first. Great link up, great build up play. Carlson done very well there to score that. That worried me a little. 2-1, 2-0. Sorry. Put the ball right on that bar. And then missed their goal. Not like, I don't think it was long after that. Just couldn't get it clear. Let that striker turn and put it home. Great finish from that striker, but should not have let him get him to that position. And this is, oh yeah, this is Castledine. That's a good save. Can't fault anything. It's just a great save from their keeper. This is the third. Carlson's just played him in. Just jinked it wide and bang, found out the corner. Keeper's not even dived for that, not even stuck an arm out. I think it might have taken deflection actually. And then, oh, this Castledine setting him up for his hat trick. Great little spin. There we go. 4-1. Done from by Lazio Mateus' men. Got to take that. I will take that on. All day, every day. Ted Leggett won again. PES United lost. That's good for us. Sergio Luca are now. We're still well away from Ted Leggett's goal difference, so. Shipper. Someone wants Hetic and someone wants a lad called Shipper. Don't really know who Shipper is. Oh, scouts have come back with a couple of players. Oh, oh, hang on. I mean, how much would he cost? Oh my god. I mean... Oh, I've got 3 young... Even for him... And I get rid of one of my keepers. That probably wouldn't really as a like. Oh my god, what a spot that is! I'm glad I didn't skip over that. 65 rated keeper for a 61 rated. Hetic is not going anywhere. Mikhailov is already leaving. Shipper is a winger. Don't really do much about him. So. Yeah, he can go. I've got enough wingers, I think. We've got a notice match. We are playing Silken Luke. Oh, we are playing the third place team now. And oh, right, when I wake it for first game, first time. Definitely making a couple of changes here. I do not know that. What is going on? Okay. There we go. Much better. How do I go? My own problem is how do I get Arcas and Goyos in the team? I think Goyos probably at the moment would be the one to put in. Yeah. There we go. I'm happy with that. You know what? I'm going to start with Rani this game. There we go. Another team playing free back, very narrow free back. They're playing very. I think our width probably have a better of them. Hope our width has a better of them.
Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue and the players are with us for a football match so widely and keenly anticipated. Truly, this is pristine.
Obviously, with his
the level of expectation and excitement is reflected in the smiling faces of the crowd. They know it means so much, and they also experience between them a great sense of privilege at being able to attend this most special of games. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here.
Oh, Jordan Cypher on bookings and Token Ericsson. Not what I want, but no, we are ready to go.
So that's got things underway. Giorza. Carlson. Castledine. He's through now. He has a hit. It's broken loose. In for the pieces. He couldn't get hold of it. His radar picked up on that very quickly, and he was supposed to react.
Good start by us. Also a good start from them defensively, which is concerning because I could just...
Castledine with the massive lead!
Oh my word!
It's in!
Oh, stop! Shortest man in the picture just scored header.
Great delivery and a finish to match. Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
But none of their players would put touch on Pedro there. He was the first one to jump and head it in. Well, that's a good start for me. Good start for us, gets even better.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0. Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over. Intercepted, really alert to the danger. Ball through needs to be good here. He's got away, going for goal!
Oh, he's
really drilled.
Just inside that.
Keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
They're so open at the back. Can't believe it. I mean, they've won, but they won the other four. They're third in the league.
Goyos brings the ball forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. Goyos. And that's not going to reach.
I don't like how Jack had in the first instance. He would have been so definitely.
It's a loose ball. Just brushed off the ball there. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Ball's come loose and the chase is on. Castledine tries running with the ball at his feet. Castledine needed to come up with a better ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
Seifert cuts it out. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's looked long this time. It's a promising ball. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. It's it first time. And the follow-up.
Oh my God!
Right.
What is
Oh, his instinct is brilliant, but not the finish.
So I've done that before. I did manage to get a little bit of a block on the pitch, but I've never been able to replay it since.
Gets the better of his man. Foot in. He's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Well played, he saw that coming. Tries to locate someone up front.
It is very much a case. They're pushing almost everyone forward.
One through here. Goyos, he's had a goal! A real chance and a real let-off. Still a cracking effort. Really looked like the man on a mission the way he went through on goal.
It was good because he showed how open he was, and
loose.
They're going on that. Let me have so many chances. I've got to score. But it's also bad
Time to deliver.
Taking those chances. Yeah, we should have taken them.
It's anyone's ball. Forward it goes. Done very well to intervene. Vrani gets it back. Goyos. And now they can launch the counter. Carlton goes for goal! He's pulled off a fine save!
Well, as Tesco with the keeper, he's just received an A+ grade.
Being played forward. And he's on a charge. Straight run, this is covered quite distance. It's one! Shy. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Chiozza. Needed a better pass there. Carlson. And he's there to cut it out. And it's played forward. Seifert knows to read it and intercepts. Goyos. Carlson. Chance!
2-0.
In it goes!
Just before half.
2 to the good! They have breathing space!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
They couldn't have made that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Just before half time.
The first half is done. Some first half thoughts?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. And Goyos! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Goyos simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
I've got 2 good wingers who are prepared to run at them. Even when we got the ball, we got even when they've got the ball,
Plays it out to the flank.
got a couple of players who are prepared to run at them. Put the pressure on them.
That's a throw.
And yeah, it's paying off.
Carlson goes long. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Goyos, that's flagged offside.
Don't even need to see replays.
Gets it upfield.
Going on.
Chance to shoot. And the shot!
Oh, that was... Oh, no.
Seifert drives it forward. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it?
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up.
This is good. That's a foul.
He's moved into a contact.
That's a booking. Always looked in. It's a
It's
gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Right.
Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Boyos. They didn't have enough to concern the defence. Breaks on here. He's through. Koyos. He gets past it. Hits one. Good ball kindly.
Good on, could have buried that. Could have buried that to closer. Maybe, but
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Hoists it forward. That's been drilled forward. And help's available out wide.
oh god, I did not see him.
Shoots!
No way.
Now, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
Oh, god. But I did not see him. Sorry for putting it in. No, he can't be watching. He's tackling in, he's scoring. Yeah. I can't get back here.
A couple of changes then in quick succession. We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can set a comeback here and soak in this crowd. It's all systems go now.
He's not going to get that.
Now it gets more.
And the counter is on.
They are coming at us and coming at us hard.
They have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Castledine! Castledine! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, and a real chance to pile on the pressure, and he'll be desperate to get
Now
another.
see why they are third in the league. Just behind me.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Hello, hello, hello.
Carlson provides an outlet. In with a header! That's a real chance missed. Questions were asked, and he's given the answers.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now can he fish? It's loose, who's getting there?
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Big chance! Oh, that's a fine save!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes work ultra sharp.
Good challenge, he just...
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue the situation.
That a foul? Yes,
yeah,
the referee's given
good.
it.
That's good. Let's go out, but go again.
Carlson.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Looks to thread it through. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's.
Well, what we're witnessing now just goes against the grain. They're not going to get back into the game like this.
He's got the goes for goal! That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. And there goes the final whistle. Well, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, if ever there was a good tone setter for a football match, that was it. First minutes, first shot, first goal, and it set them up.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim. It's a very good day to you from both of us.
You can tell their quality opposition. And then, great header. Great header there by João Pedro, hoping to score him for us. There we go. Like that. Yeah, this is one we've got to show it. Should have buried, really. Yeah, should have buried that. Missed one from João Pedro. Very suspect dependent at times from them. Really should have cleared it, and I think that's the same from that same move. Carlson should have had one there, and then yeah, Goyos in quite wide. This is one of our attacks from that half. Ooh, just wide. There we go. Carlson made it. Carlson played in Goyos. 2-0, just before half time. Really should have pressed home that advantage. And should have got another. Should have really got another. Got that clear, but couldn't get it clear enough and let him have a shot. Good save by our keeper. Oh, she had a complete clue. Got him there. Captain. I mean, Cassadine, oh, I should have buried that. Should have buried that. This is their goal, yeah. Played over, hit the post, and then he's not got a chance there. He's not. How am I getting? He's not really got a chance. Can't play it out at all. Playing against him. That was the end of the goal. If it wasn't the end of the shot, the action. Cassadine just wide there. And then this one from Harrington. Just over header. And this got us nervy. I was trying to get out. And then that was just such a good save, such a crucial save. And then Harrington just had the shot there in the last minute. It's just straight the keeper. And Rice just went down. Tight on that one. Not a bit tight on it would have been, but probably should have done a bit better. Really. Oh my God, Ted Godet got absolutely battered. So that means we are now top of the league. So we're coming to a cup game. So what we are going to do is we are going to, I'm going to call it that. I'm going to have a look at my messages, see if anything offers. Oh, that's what keeper started. Someone wants Vasil, someone wants Redmond, probably there. Storage. There we go. Bring that lad in. Tour 43 transfer as well. Oh my word. Only costs just £9 a year. Redmond, he is. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of him because I've got Harrington that can play now. Well, Vasil is going nowhere. Storage. I might keep hold. Not actually. Oh no, I could get rid of him and I could promote that other left back. Yeah, I've got left back in the youth academy. Looks pretty good, so I'm gonna get rid of him and bring in him. There we go. And yeah, so I'm gonna have a look at my messages. There's about best can't do anything together. Yeah, working hard. Of course, yeah, working hard. Yeah, perfect. All right, and that's it. I'm gonna call it there now. Make sure I save it on. There we go. So I saved all I think. Yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. We might back into some Fallout later tonight, but I will see you soon.